me proof.
It's a simple question.
I'm responding to you.
When he wins, it's the players. When he loses, it's Carlo. Is that what it is?
Can you give me proof of Ancelotti coaching Benzema to sell his soul? Can you give me proof of that?
Gosh, man.
Do you want Carlo Ancelotti to be sacked as of right now? Or
Yes.
oh,
You know, HH, I'll tell you something. It's not over. This chaos is not over. Just wait for a couple of days once the team is back in Madrid. I don't know why I'm looking at Zinedine Zidane coming back.
oh
Yeah.
come on. What again?
Listen, it's just the sad reality is that like this game that happened, I'm like, yes, let's sack Ancelotti, but the reality is who would even come in, especially
hold
when
up.
you're still
You want to bring back
you still have
Zidane
La
again?
Liga, you still have
I
La
am not
Liga,
going
you
to do
still in the
that.
Champions League.
Wait,
I mean,
hold on,
you
wait.
can't just-
The third time.
I am not going
Like,
to do
Kenny,
it.
what are these guys talking about? Zidane again? Like, I think Zidane needs to chill.
Let him go, man. Let him go.
Hold- okay, so wait, guys, hold up. So wait, hold
My
up. Okay. So here you go. Barca are third, 38 points. Real are second, 43 points. Atleti first, 44 points, and everybody has played 19 games. The league is very much alive, and you are obviously going to go through to the UCL. Okay, you lost the Spanish Super Cup. Why the panic? This was a really bad day. But all is not lost.
HH,
all have bad
you know
days.
why?
We all have bad
Because
days, man.
this falls into the Ancelotti pattern. You win a Champions League La Liga, you flop the next season. You win a Champions League La Liga, you flop the next season. You win a Champions League La Liga, where are we right now?
To be fair, that's
The-
really
the
good of
se-
you to put it
Yeah,
in.
that's really
season-
good. Like, I don't know.
I don't know what you're
Champions
crying
League, La
about. That's
Liga,
really
like
good.
a bomb.
Listen.
I
yeah,
give it
right.
to my club
That
with
means
the
that
UCL.
that means
Nah,
that
not
next
for
year-
Real Madrid. Not for Real
Hey,
Madrid.
look, at least it's because with you. Okay, wait, hold on. Let Sumia go, and I'll come to you, Eddie, afterwards. Sumia, go for it. Sumia.
So last time this happened again. So I think Rafa Benitez was the manager when we were this poor. So it was the call of Perez. And this has happened twice this season, where we have lost 4-0 to Barcelona. And again, Perez, what Perez has done, and if he is true to his words, then Ancelotti is getting the sack in the next couple of days. And again,
Days.
in the next couple of days. And again, Perez will turn back to Zidane, which has been always the case. Right now, see, I don't have an issue with Ancelotti being the coach, but he needs to change his ways. That is the biggest challenge with Ancelotti right now, because he is so adamant that he will keep playing Lucas Vazquez because he has been at the club for such a long time. He will keep doing the same bullshit every time. That cannot continue. That cannot continue now. It has been. We lost 4-0. Okay. We understand the team was tired. He said, we will work on it. When Ancelotti came in, the first season I'm talking about, the first season, what did he say? That our team doesn't have the legs, so we will play a low block. Why the fuck you are playing a high line when you knew that your defense was bad in the first game? Why didn't you play a low block? Why can't you play a low block and hit them on counter?
That would be the idea. And I remember you're playing a team with a very high line, and the teams that Barca have lost to are guys who counter them and expose their high line.
So why can't you play a low block? You were talking about like Carlo talked about, that this team doesn't have legs, and we have Vinicius, Rodrigo, Benzema, who are one of the three. Not Benzema, at least Rodrigo and Vini are good on transition. They are fast. They are very fast players. Now you have Mbappe along with that. Why the fuck are you playing a high line? You play a low block, you hit them on the counter. So this guy has lost his own defensive capabilities or tactical knowledge.
So but okay, I get that, and this is all true. But isn't this still very reactionary when you are still in the UCL? You're only 1 point off the top of the table. You see, if let's
This
say you
is
were 5 or
exactly
6 points out of
2014, 15, exactly how that happened. We were ahead in the Liga. Everything was looking great. And then guess what happened? We fall apart at the end. And this is it, it's sadly I've seen enough Madrid football to know it's the inevitability that this is the Ancelotti way. This is what happens.
People
This
said that at the begin. People said that at the beginning of the season it was a mess, and then you came back up. Like
this
you guys need to chill, man.
yeah,
no
I
no no
mean,
no 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 no
I
no no
think he's being so reactionary.
no
gonna
no.
Yeah.
It's not
go ahead.
reactionary. It's not reactionary. Because
We've been here before.
we have seen this picture. We have been in this cinema a lot of times. This will is going to happen. If you know Perez, if you have watched how Perez work, this is gonna happen in the next couple of days, max 1 week, where we see Comunicado Oficial, where Ancelotti has been sacked and Zinedine Zidane is back at the helm.
This is the problem, is in hindsight, yeah, I'd like Ancelotti to get sacked because I want immediate change now. But there's nobody on the market right now. And Zidane, yeah, that would be crazy if he came in. But who's on the market right now to come in and replace Ancelotti in a season that is
And
still
you
winnable?
can't go for Zidane again, bro. Because
You
are you
can't.
sure
Like
that
the
Zidane with his team is going to cook?
it's oh well, this is the thing, is I think he could cook. But the thing is that I just don't realistically see that as a problem, especially with the 2026 French team that can be his team after the World Cup. So I
Mm.
don't know if he's going to want to just jump in and do that right now. My problem is this: is that every game you see, it's the same thing, same story. And what I think Ricardo said earlier about it's a bigger issue because Florentino's probably behind Ancelotti saying you need to play the 4-3-3 and play Rodrigo, Vinny, and Mbappe in the front and make it work. When last year we never played that formation. Last year our best formation was the 4-2-1-2-1-2, and you had additional support in the midfield. You had Bellingham to roam free and do his thing up front, and that's how we played our best football. The idea was to have Mbappe come in and just slot into where Rodrigo was and be the
Mm.
replacement for Rodrigo. The problem is Rodrigo has a good game. Now we got to play Rodrigo, and that's not how it should be. I mean, and the problem is Ancelotti
So
sometimes
hold on.
just gets the
You're
lineup
saying
wrong every time.
you're saying Mbappe on the right should be on the right.
He should be up as a front two with Vinny.
Mm.
Because that's last season. The biggest difference with this season and last season is that our formation was very, very, very much a 4-1-2-1-2. With you had the midfield three behind Bellingham, and then you had the two guys up front to be able to cook. You had
Mm.
Cruz to control the game, but the problem is you don't have Cruz to control the game anymore. So you're playing all these young
And
guys
Modric
to play in the
is
midfield,
40.
and Modric can't control the game the way Cruz does. But then you have guys that are dynamic like Ibrahim and Arda Güler who can come in and be creative and be able to take some of the press and counter the press. Maybe more so Brahim than Arda Güler. But actually he's just not playing with that lineup, and I don't understand it. There's times where some of our best games are with these young guys that are just playing ball. But and it's like he sees that performance and he's like, I'm just gonna go back to Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, and that lineup and just do that. And I'm sorry, you're playing against Barcelona, who are a very good team. They know how to play ball and keep the ball, and you're not putting dominance in your midfield.
Z-Man said something very, very I have to give credit to Z-Man because he said something
You
very
don't need to give credit to Simon.
informative in previous hangouts. When Barca were winning games but not playing well under Xavi, Z-Man said something very informative.
Oh,
The performance will always catch up with you. HH,
Not gonna lie, that's
don't give
Goonies.
me this nonsense. Don't give me this nonsense about results and they're winning this game and they're winning that game. When
Game.
I watch football with my two eyes, and my two eyes are telling me these guys aren't winning games by virtue of being the better team. These guys are winning games because the teams they've played more often than not miss 4 or 5 chances at goal, and they get 2 chances the other way and they score them. For example, do you remember Celta Vigo that they won 2-1? Celta Vigo
yes.
just scored 3 goals in the first 10 minutes.
Oh yes.
Do you remember Valencia?
Yeah.
It was just a week ago. They should have lost that game 3-0. But because they had Jude Bellingham, they won that game 2-1. HH, at some point, when you're
Playing the
facing
4-1-2-1-2
teams,
formation.
So
when you're facing-
basically you're saying Carlo Ancelotti is fluke.
he is this season, he is riding off the coattails of his individual players, whilst not giving
Preach.
his individual players the system in order to play football matches well. And as I always say this, and Z-Man said it, the performance will catch up with you. And against big teams, Real Madrid are supposed to be the king of the big games. I'm glad Undisputed is here because Undisputed's team beat up on this Real Madrid team the same way Barcelona did. They just were lucky
And
that Portugal
they're
was
not
a
running
beast
away
that
with any league. The league in
I mean, that's up to them.
Okay,
Barcelona,
sure.
every
Ricardo,
time they
mute your mic.
faced them this season, they've beaten them
next, man.
4-0, 5-2. HH, at some point, individual brilliance can't solve everything. This guy lost a league title to Xavi. This guy with the Milan.
Respect
Milan team.
Xavi. Respect
What do you
Xavi.
You were the same guy calling him a desert merchant when he got sacked. But what do you mean respect him?
You did.
I did that for fun. Jokes.
Oh, yeah. This guy with a Milan team that contained Maldini, Nesta, Seedorf, Kaká.
Oh, this is what we're doing.
No,
This is what we're doing.
Are we calling
AK.
Ancelotti an opportunist?
AK, you were
He
you were
couldn't
1 year.
retain a league
AK, you were.
title with
Heck, I
any
don't
of
think you were even
those
1
guys.
year old. AK, you were not even 1 year old when that happened. How do you know it's really happened? How do you know it wasn't even in the
I
Matrix?
read
Wikipedia exists.
A-
Oh, well,
I read history.
Wikipedia. Sure.
Wait, are
If
you a
it's-
Holocaust denier? Are
if
you a
it's-
Holocaust denier?
That's
Drop a brick. Drop a brick.
That's a
You're going
Continue.
You're
AK,
going-
continue. AK, continue.
And
AK,
I
continue.
read history.
That's really a red. That's really a red. But AK, continue. AK, continue.
HH, I read history, man. I got an A in my history class. I don't know about you, but I
Yeah,
read history.
I think I got a B.
HH is history.
It's not that bad,
No,
to be fair, but
any like the manager that's won the most in like Real Madrid this year. and all that
HH was there when it happened. In fact, he released the gas.
oh, can I finish? Yeah. On top of that, with PSG,
He was an SS.
this
soldier.
guy lost a league title to Olivier Giroud's Montpellier after being 4 points up in December of that season. He couldn't even retain the league title in France. Thank you, Hamza C. He couldn't retain the league title in France. He couldn't retain the league title in Germany. He couldn't retain the league title anywhere he's been. He is the most overrated manager I've seen. Mourinho is better than him. Fergie
No,
is better than him.
see. I hate when
Pep is
guys
better
do
than
this.
him.
I hate no.
Can I?
Do you
Can I?
know?
Can I?
No, hold on. Do you know what's so
They're
crazy? Do you know what's so
different.
I wanna
crazy?
speak on my
No.
favorite rivals,
Do
man.
you know what's so crazy? When Real won the UCL and La Liga.
Oh, so you're
AK, no. AK,
You're gonna tell me Benzema's selling his soul as
Crickets.
Ancelotti?
So
You're gonna
when
start
Real, when Real lose, when they lose,
no.
it's like, oh, he's the most overrated guy in the world. Look at what happened in 05.
It's
So whenever he
crazy, bro.
wins, oh well, it's not. Oh, it's the
it's
players.
crazy
It was
because
videos. Let's see.
No.
So when he wins, it's the players. When he loses, it's Ancelotti.
Exactly.
Is that
So
how it
you're
is?
gonna
No,
tell
I
me
can't no.
Benzema's sell-
This is the
so
funny thing.
unless you can give me proof.
It's
No,
a simple
I'm
question.
I'm responding to you.
When he wins, it's the players. When he loses, it's Carlo. Is that what it is?
Can you give me proof of Ancelotti coaching Benzema to sell his soul? Can you give me proof
No,
of
my
that?
gosh, man.
Can I
Do you
cook?
know
Can
there's
I
a
cook?
thing called tax, there's a thing
you
called
give me
training,
proof
there's a
of
thing
that?
called it's instructions.
Can I
So
cook?
how did training help
Also,
Benzema sell his
in-game
soul?
management.
How did
AK,
training help Benzema sell his soul?
AK. That is a lie purported by a guy from Peru.
Can I just say, AK,
No,
real
it isn't.
quick, right? I've-
Is that the value that Ancelotti actually brings to this team? For one, he doesn't play such a rigid positional based system. So by that, you're giving him players and you just kind of have to make weight, which is what I said earlier, that Perez actually has a lot of fault in this squad building. Because one, you didn't need Mbappe, even though, he did play well today. But he's probably one of the only managers in the world right now that is competent enough to make three left wingers actually play together. Because I'm sorry, if you take Ancelotti away from this, and let's just say you bring in
Zidane, they're the ones that are in.
let's be honest, Zidane's not coming back. He's gonna get that. He's gonna sign that French contract in 2026. They're gonna get probably Xabi Alonso. Now let's assume they get Xabi Alonso. Bro, do any Real Madrid fans actually watch Xabi Alonso? Because he's very positionally strict player. Like, I don't think he's gonna be able to manage three left wingers who want to play in the system that he plays in.
No,
You,
Ricardo.
And remember,
I have a
these guys have to
conspiracy
play.
though.
Ricardo,
I think the board is probably a little bit more like, let's see if Vinny continues his consistency because of how he's been previously. Maybe they didn't have as much confidence as we think
I
in
wouldn't be
Vinny
surprised.
to
I would.
But first of all, I have to defend Ancelotti. Like, we can talk. Oh, this guy was better than him. This guy, Mourinho, Ferguson, Ancelotti, they're all better than him. Well, who has 5 Champions Leagues at the end of the day? Who has 5? Who has 5 and who has 2 or 3? Exactly. So, and if your heroes, if your heroes were as good as Ancelotti, they would have 5 Champions Leagues as well. And by the way, 5 Champions Leagues is not an exaggeration on Ancelotti. He easily could have won 7 or 8. You look at 05, the final. He coached the winner. He lost. 06 got robbed by a Barcelona referee when Shevchenko scored, but Puyol dived. Like, he easily could have won like 7 Champions Leagues as well. So Ancelotti is a GOAT contender, and anyone who denies that is just a really bitter Barca fan who can't stand the fact that Madrid are better than him in the Champions League. Let me get that off my chest. Now,
wow.
Yeah, it's true, right? The Barca fans are incredibly insecure.
So
people.
okay. So you're saying that Real shouldn't sack Ancelotti?
Barca fans, I'm not going to go to rant on it. Listen, no, they should sack him because he's washed. Basically, that's it. Everyone has an end date. You look at Mourinho.
Whoa, okay. So you're saying
finished.
Carlo is washed?
Yeah, he's washed.
So you
he's washed,
said all this to say that they should sack him.
That's crazy.
Okay,
that's actually, that's
Drop
hold
the
up.
brick.
That's-
Drop the brick.
Hold up. Yeah, let me drop the brick. Hold up. Glad to say that he's washed.
Give him the slap. Give him the slap.
Okay. First of all,
Yeah, there you go.
HH
That's
gives me the
Barca
slap
fans
like
as well, man.
No. On the split, like, doesn't make sense. You literally said all that to say, yeah, he's washed. Sack this old fool, man. That's crazy.
no, but he like every legend has an end date, right? You look at Mourinho, like, poor guy, this guy's been washed for a decade, still trying to hang on
Not
to
really.
relevancy in Turkey,
Not
you know.
really.
But like, the point is, like, for instance, first of all, like, I think the squad isn't helping him. It's poorly built. The defense, Perez has neglected it. Madrid's midfield is very overrated, in my opinion. I mean, Tchouaméni, this guy's a nothing player. Valverde, he's a very physical player.
Utility man.
Like, he's not.
Sorry, for Valverde. Yeah, sorry, Valverde. Yeah. No. Look, he's PNP. A very good
He's
PNP.
not, but like, he can't turn on the ball. He can't like dictate the game. Like, in the center, he's kind of. Bellingham is basically a glorified attacker. He's a great player, but he's a glorified attacker. It's very lightweight in midfield. And the moment Madrid come up against any team, like, Madrid have actually been very good at beating up small teams this season. Like, that's something that's different from previous years when they struggled to do that and then lose the league to Barca. They've been very good at that. But at the moment they come up against any team that has good quality players, especially in the middle of the park, whether it's Pedri, Gavi, or you can look at like McAllister, Gravenberg, right? They just get outplayed completely. And to be honest, I'm not even sure how much of it is Carlo's fault and how much of it is just like Perez just neglecting like the squad in general.
The thing is, Ancelotti is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, he doesn't have the players he needs, to be able. Because we know about Ancelotti. Like, Ancelotti cannot really deliver with a bum team. Like, he's a man manager. He needs quality, and he can manage them to win trophies. He needs that. With Vasquez and Tchouaméni, and Mendy will be gone in the summer, and Fran Garcia still isn't up to par.
Is Tchouaméni gone as well in the summer?
Possibly.
Oh, please don't sell him to us, man. That guy is such a bum. Please.
Yeah, he cost Mbappe a World Cup, so I don't like him.
So that's the thing. The thing is, I think Ancelotti is being kept because no matter how difficult you make it for him, he'll still be a good company man. He'll say the right things. He'll be a nice guy. He's good with the players. No matter what happens, players will support him. Like the last time this happened, 2014-15, when he bottled the league by 1 point. Like, let's not forget that MSN treble winning season, they won the league by 1 point. Real Madrid were better than them for most of the season. Let's not forget that. So he bottled the league. And because of that, he got fired. But still, then the entire dressing room was complaining to Perez that he shouldn't have fired him. So he has that, you know.
No. 2 points. Barca 94,
2 points.
Real 92. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 points. So we bottled the league. So that's why he was fired. But still, the players had his back. You know, they were unhappy. Cristiano was unhappy of Ancelotti being fired. So that's gonna happen still. Like if he's fired, the dressing room will be like, you should have kept him around. You know. But the thing is, AJ, we still can't really give a judgment on him until the season ends because AJ, if he finally, for the first time in his life, if he managed to defend the league title, then he's top 3. He's top 3 then. Like, it's over. If you don't think then he's top 3, then you're a hater and you don't know what football is.
Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or, if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace!